Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin, and it is Saturday, so it's time for my weekly roundup. And this is going to be a super fast Spitfire version because this is an hour after Sudafed and it's not taking effect. Yikes. So I have 3 completed objects to share with you today. Although, spoiler alert, I have completed 4 things. Tune in Thursday to see the last. So basically what I did was, if you saw our Poor Decisions with Brian, where I shared some clearance yarn I got from Michael's, I made a hat for Bingo out of the purple yarn that Chops picked out for her. It is a very if she wears it like this, it is like an extraordinary slouchy hat, but I kind of made it so we could turn up the collar. It's just my own design. I was playing with it, double crochets, and then I tried to do like a stacked V-stitch in the middle, and then half double crochets down at the bottom to make a tighter brim. Of course, the faux fur pom-pom is on a button there to make it removable for washing. I do have a little short tutorial on how I attach those if you're curious how they get attached. But there you go. She's got her hat done, and then I had just a little bit of yarn left over, so I used that to make a scrunchie. It's just kind of a standard double crochet scrunchie that I've been trying to perfect my technique on, and I think that's pretty darn good. Okay, so the other thing I finished is the Cabin Fever slouch hat, which is the hat that matches the cowl. That's going to be a prize for the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. I used the same yarns, so this cranberry and then this kind of vintage rose mauvey color, and then I had this faux fur pom-pom, which I thought looked nice, and added that. This as well has a removable pom on it, just that button there. So if you don't like the pom or you need to wash it, you can take the pom off and then reattach it. Of course, you know, we all know you just shake, and the poms look nice. But there you go. So this hat was a very new technique for me on attaching the brim. So that was an interesting thing to learn. On both of these, I'm not in love with the seam. It's less noticeable on the hat, I think, than it is on the cowl. I think it's more noticeable on the cowl. But I think this just might be something I need practice in, on kind of joining the color changes in the round. And also I think a complicating factor is you're using the 3rd loop in a half double crochet for most of these. And yeah, I think that's just practice, but I think it looks cute. I don't like, we all have this thing as crafters and creators where we see this and then that's all we can see. But, you know, I think if you're wearing it, I don't think that's going to be that noticeable or that annoying to the person wearing it. So there you go. We've got about a week left on the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. So we're featuring the designer Yarn and Chai. Her name is Rebecca. And she has both a YouTube channel and a personal website. She has a lot of her patterns for free if you read like the blog type posts, but you could also purchase them either singly, or she sells like this pass where you can get access to all of them, which is pretty cool. I know Mel from Athalia's Little Hook had mentioned she purchased one of the patterns and they were very reasonably priced, like $1.99 for a single PDF, which is fantastic. So yeah, please go check out her stuff. Get me any pictures because I'd love to see who's gonna win the hat and the cowl. And yeah, okay, so those are my 3 finished objects I'm going to show. As I said, on Thursday you'll see another one. Then let's talk about my works in progress, my whips. So, not sure if that flashed on the screen or not. Wanted to show that second, but it was on the top of the bag. I am continuing to work on my New Kid on the Block blanket. This is a tutorial by BagODay on her YouTube channel. It's a really great pattern. I love the repeat. I love the effect of the fabric it's creating. Yes, this is a baby blanket. Yes, it is giant, but I am nearly done. I'm gonna make it so it's basically a square, which I was talking to Brian about this, and I have this weird, I don't know if I should call it a compulsion. I don't know what it is, but I just have this weird thing where Heather the Crochet Witch mentioned this too. I don't like square blankets. I prefer a rectangle blanket, and I have very definite proportions that I prefer in my rectangles. You know, you don't want your rectangle to just look like a slightly off square. It has to look rectangle, you know? But I also have a thing where it has to be an odd number. I don't know why. I think if it's like stripes or something, it has to be odd. So I'm working on this, and to get it to a square, it should be 13 pattern repeats. And I'm struggling with this because I feel like I can't give a blanket with 13 stripes to a baby. I have a thing with the number 13. So then we're like, okay, well, do I stop at 11 or do I keep going to 15? Because if you do either of those, it's just going to look like a bad square. I don't know. This is probably just my own neuroses. But, you know, do you guys have any issues like this when you're crafting? I think a lot of people always want it to be even. So I think my urge to have it as odd is unique. And I know a lot of people have issues with the number 13, and I don't know why. I'm not a particularly superstitious person, but it feels weird. Like, let me know, how weird am I? But, so I think I am gonna stop it at the 13 because having it look off, I think, would be worse than the 13. Let me know your thoughts. So anyway, I believe I am at either the 11th or 12th repeat right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So how I have it now, when I finish this row of double crochets, it would be 11 pattern repeats. But I can't get it all in the camera for you to see. But to me, it doesn't look right. Like, it looks to me like it would want to go this direction. Is that my answer? Do I just need to shift my perspective? Do I stop at 11 but have it be vertical? Oh my god, you guys! Is that the answer? Okay, so let me know, what would you do? Would you finish this 11th round, do a border, and call it done, but have it be more of a vertical orientation? Or would you go to 13 and have it be this to have it be more square? What would you do? Let me know, because I need to know. Oh my gosh, I'm so... maybe it's the cold medicine. It's not the cold medicine, because I've known for a very long time that I've had that weird thing with rows. And I definitely prefer rectangle blankets. I always have. Tools. In that blanket, I am using a Lion Brand Ice Cream Big Scoop in the colorway Cookies and Cream. It is a 3-weight yarn. In the tutorial, Crystal uses a 4-weight yarn and a J 6mm crochet hook. That's a 3-weight and kind of a lighter 3 in my opinion. It recommends a 5mm hook, and that is what I'm using. The Big Scoop is merely the ice cream yarn in a gigantic ball. That so far I've completed 1 full Big Scoop and started on the 2nd. So yeah, here's There's the used label. This will go in my label box. The crochet hook I'm using, I think it's kind of a knockoff of a clover. I've not tried the Clover Amours, but from what I've seen, it might be. But this is the Yarness set off of Amazon. I'm trying to get the bag so I can show you. Where are you, bag? It's right here. It's like $16.99 for the set. The other thing, I'll show a knit project next in my sock bag from Bridget at Queen Goose Crafts by Bridget. Very, very cute. This, I believe, is one of her larger sock bags. So if you're looking to nab one or talk to her, tell her you're wanting the bigger sock bag with the wristlet thingy. She'll know. So I've continued working on my sock. I have completed the heel turn and am mid gusset. So here we go. Very fun, very cute. I continue to love this yarn. I keep meaning to weigh my leftover sock yarn to see just how much I'm using, but because I prefer shorty socks, I think, and I have small feet. I have abnormally small feet for my height. I might be able to get a pair of socks for myself from a 50 grain hank. So I finished this sock. I'm this far into this sock, and this is how much. Look at it, it's barely squishy. That's how much yarn I've used. It's amazing. But that just means I don't think I'd be able to get a pair of socks for Brian out of a leftover 100 gram, but I could definitely make one for Chomps. Definitely one for Bingo. So that's pretty cool. Or I can just save it and make some sort of like, you know, scrappy shawl or figuring weight blanket. If I were to do like a scrappy figuring weight blanket, I think I would pick like a main color 4-weight and just run the figuring with it to make it not quite so painful. The tools I'm using there are my ChowGoo 9-inch circulars. I'm using a US 2. I'll show you the bag like it's gonna mean anything to you because it's just got the Amazon sticker on it. The pattern I'm following is the Crazy Sock Ladies Vanilla Socks on 9-inch circular. She has a video, a tutorial you can watch for free. You could also purchase it for like $2 on Ravelry, so it's very de minimis. When I was first starting my my journey into socks, Lit Knits had sent me some patterns in my email. And she's like, you should start with these, you should try these. So I was like, cool, I want to do this tutorial first. And I printed off what she sent me, but I must not have looked super closely because I went ahead and bought the print version of the 9-inch vanilla socks from the Sock Lady. And that was one of the patterns she had sent me to try. It's like the whole time we were both ahead in my head that I should try the same pattern, and I was doing it, and I just didn't realize it. Because I was like, okay, now I'm going to work on the socks Linda sent me. And I was like, well, I'm already doing them. So thank you. I appreciate it so much. I do. I had that little giggle. Anyway, so the third and final project I'm going to show today, I know I said this was going to be super quick and I'm blabbering on, making you listen to this noise, is this project. This is a spur of the moment started project because Heather over at the Crochet Witch has been collecting this Bright Stripes Red Heart yarn, and I've had it in my stash, and I've been like, what do I want to do with it? What do I want to do with it? But I've got this, and I've got another bright Red Heart yarn, but it's the shorter variegated one. I think it's in a basket up there. But I wanted to do a hexagon cardigan with both of them. And I really don't like doing the same pattern twice. So I'm like, well, and what am I going to do with two brightly colored... Oh!
Did I scare you, Mom?
Yeah, you scared me, buddy. What's up?
Besides, came in and take on you.
Oh, well, thank you, buddy. I love you. I'm almost done. Okay?
I whispered, I am Jax.
I know. I heard you whisper you are chumps. It scared the dickens out of me, cutie pie. Okay, I'll see you later, pajama boy.
Okay.
Okay. So then I was watching Krista at the Secret Yarnery. I don't know what I was going to say. The Secret Yarnery. And she just did that cozy cardigan. It's the cocoon cardigan with the giant granny squares. Like, bingo! Bingo! So I pulled out the yarn and figured out I would probably only need 2 of mine. So I sent off the other of the bright stripes to Heather. And I started my cozy cardigan. So I'm using the bright stripes and then alternating with a black. So there it is. There's the beginning. And this is something way brighter than I would ever normally wear. But I totally agree with Heather. When I bought this, I was like, that is Halloween. That is what I think about for Halloween. And so that's kind of what I wanted, to have like just a cozy Halloween shrug type thing. And I love that it starts with like a flower in the middle. And then you just do the solid granny square to get to your size. And you'll do like a little sleevey thingy. And I think there's like a collar we're going to add too. But there we go. I love how that's turning out. And I will tell you, Bingo is like watching it and going. So I might be using the other bright yarn as a cardigan for her, rather than making 2 brightly striped cardigans for me. So I'm going to make this one for me, and then I think I might use the other yarn to make the hexie cardigan in a kid size for her. So that's my plan. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I do think I might run into a small issue because I'm using a black yarn here. The bright stripes does have a black in it, but I think that'll only just be like double black for a small amount of time. And I don't know, I'm willing to bet it's going to look cool in the end. So that's what I'm going with. So there we go. Those are my 3. I literally just threw this together. It's in a grocery sack. I didn't even grab a real project bag for it. It needs a good home. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to totally let you go. I'll see you next week. I don't know what's going on. Oh, just the one thing I'll plug is on next Friday, the 26th. Barring any real extreme sickness, we should have Poor Decisions live. We are so sorry we missed you last night. We wanted to do it, but I was so tired, and Brian was like, my jaw hurts, and we just went to bed. So I apologize, but I think we needed the rest, and I'm sure you all understand completely. Okay, I will see you later. Bye-bye.